second VFL Life member for 2021 is Williamstown champion ruckman Nick Meese. After a 162-game career that took in VFL Premiership in 2015, a Best and Fairest and 7 VFL Team of the Year selections, Nick retired at the end of the 2019 season, leaving a huge legacy at both Williamstown and the VFL. Nick is a champion of the VFL. Congratulations, Nick.
Well, what an incredible VFL career Nick has had. 162 VFL matches and 35 Development League as well, which is a total, I think, of 197 games.
Extraordinary time in the game. And you touch on the Development League matches, Nat, which a lot of people perhaps don't remember the fact that he was a 7-time VFL Team of the Year member. He was the dominant ruckman. Saw him have north of 100 hit-outs in games on a couple of occasions. Just an extraordinary player, of course, a Best and Fairest Premiership player in 2015 as well. But we caught up with Nick recently and spoke to him about the fact that he had a pretty hard road, particularly in his early days at Preston City Oval, to try and carve out a VFL career. Nick, congratulations. You're 2 years out of your time in the VFL with both the Northern Bull Ants and Williamstown. How do you reflect on your career?
It's come very quickly. It's the old man saying it goes around quick. And I remember the early years where it literally you're just fighting to play a senior game and then stay in the team. And then before you know it, you get a bit comfortable and the next 7 years go by very quickly.
If you can wind back the clock for us, Nick, what are your initial memories of walking into Kramer Street?
Kramer Street was very comfortable for me walking. I think one of my earliest memories of being alive was me and my sister in the grandstand at Kramer Street under a doona. My dad was captain coach of the reserves team. So I remember growing up there with my cousin Mark on and stuff. So going to Kramer Street I got the easy steps in pretty well because everyone knew my name, which was nice.
Nick, you played 35 Development League games on the road to those 162 at senior level in the VFL, and that must have been a really hard toil. Is that something that through your career you're able to pass on to younger guys about being able to hang in there and persevere?
And it took a long time to really get comfortable. Well, not even comfortable, but really, by Wednesday, I feel like it was going to be in the side. And then once I got to Williamstown, I just got this. It's funny, the young blokes just thought I'd always played seniors, no matter what. And it's just not true because I can't believe it's only 35. It feels like 135. I just, at the time, I did the best part of 3 years in the reserves team before I really got into the senior side properly. So it was, I could reflect on it and it was a good handle, later in part of my career.
Nick, you were competing with a pretty strong group of talls during that period.
I think I wasn't even in the ruck in the reserves because me, Sean Ampson and Sam Jacobs were all rucking in the Development League for the Preston Bull Ants. I hope we got, I don't know the stats, but I hope we got a few tap outs, I'll tell you that, for those boys.
And Nick, tell us about the memories of the 2015 season, of course, winning the premiership and the second half of that game against Box Hill.
From my recollection, Box Hill were always the side to beat. And then when we got to the granny, I don't know. My first recollection was in the first bounce, from memory, Segler jumped up straight over me and put it down Langford's throat. I'm like, I'm in for a long day here. And then it just panned out our way.
Who are the guys that you'll have enduring relationships with from your time in footy over the next 20 years?
I'll start off with Bull Ants. Well, one of my all-time great mates is Brent Bransgrove. He ends up being captain of Bull Ants. I played footy with him in junior rep side since I was a kid. So he's definitely one. And Marcon's the same with Brent, known him very well. The Williamstown boys, it's hard to separate. I talked to all of them. I only caught up with Cam Lockwood, Ben Jolly, talked to Ed Carr the other week. It's like the names, like Nick Singh, all these boys.
Nick, who would you like to thank who's made a contribution to your time in the VFL?
The cliches of family and friends, and you missed a lot of things when I was early days. Those 18th through the 21st when everyone was going out and I was playing the Sunday games, and a lot of people sometimes don't understand why, and either do I sometimes. When you look back, but I love footy and that's what I wanted to do. So. My friends and family, foremost, just for forgiving me for the things I have missed and have compromised on over the journey. The Bull Ants for those early years that shaped me and introduced me to the comp and got me my first just over 50 games. And to wear the colours that my dad, I remember training under 13s in those Preston jumpers. So to be able to pull that on was pretty special, and everyone was there was unbelievably great for me personally and for football. And then Williamstown, everyone. Like I know everyone at Williamstown, like the whole list. Andy Collins, we had a rocky start. we had a few words, but we worked it out, and it was so good to me and so great to me in that period. I ended up he let me get away with bloody murder in the end, so it was great. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Then just the Williamstown and the competition. The competition. It's some people don't quite grasp why you play it, but I think just play the best you can, as high as you can, for as long as you can, and the VFL has given me the opportunity to do that, and I'm really thankful for that.
Congratulations to Nick.
Yeah, an extraordinary career and so well deserving. He's been one of the building blocks of the modern VFL. And Nat, if I can get on my soapbox for a moment, I think we're the only state that doesn't have its own football Hall of Fame, and I think it's high time that we get an opportunity and a platform. VFL Life membership's fantastic, but I think there's people at all levels of the game, and the two gentlemen who've received awards tonight highlight that I think it's high time Victoria has its own Football Hall of Fame. So hopefully that's on the task list for 2022.